The same level. Overall, they were good. Right. Beat too soon. They were good.
Benson Bobcats. Just a couple quick announcements. Make sure to visit the concession stand and support our FFA club under the leadership of the Vita Noble, and also support our alumni club. Special thanks to our Benson Bobcats Booster Club. Make sure to stop by and get the Bobcat swag at their table. The junior class will be raising money for prom during our basketball season with weekly Chuck a Duck events. They are giving away a 65-inch TV every week. Stop by the ticket table for more details. Special thanks to Pete Tamez for his work painting the field for tonight and all season long. Also, winter sports tryouts begin on Monday, November 3rd. Students, get yourself registered at registermyathlete.com. Also, a huge thanks to all of our sponsors who help support Benson Athletics.
It's going to take away. AIA could have thought about that. They think to Saturday, or just put it on Saturday. That's a good point. Put all this the real hardcore ones. You don't tell them right now. You'll go all the way down and probably put another 3 on it, like you do with half. That's true. So they probably the only one. So everybody else like distance. They could have actually lost I'm
Podcast, and we are live on the NFHS network. So if you are listening to us on Cool FM, the cool part is if you want to go and watch this broadcast, you can do that through the NFHS network. Two very interesting stories. Globe Tigers have literally won their last 3 games just to get in this situation to be here tonight. But Benson, not to be outdone, has won 3 of their last 4. The only one that they lost was against Wilcox, who won the 2A South 2 division. Kevin, when you look at these two teams, you see a team that has momentum and a team that has grit. The grit being the Globe Tigers that had the grit to win to get in. They had to win to get here. Benson, it was almost a foregone conclusion that they would have almost run the table at a certain time, but it didn't work out that way. What do you see about these two teams in your studies going into tonight?
Looking at both teams, there are similarities in the records. There's some similarities in the way they play. I'm looking to see how the Globe defense does against Benson's high-flying spread offense. And the question is going to be, did the team that came in with momentum, did they peak too soon, or are they still on their way up?
They have faced two teams similarly, and their common opponents, Benson is 1-1. Santa Cruz, they ended up winning. Morenci, Benson lost, whereas Santa Cruz and Morenci, both times, this Globe team lost. So the common opponents not in favor of the Tigers.
Right.
The scoring average. The Globe Tigers, whose captains are out on the field right now as we speak, had 260 points scored over the course of this season. They had 261 points scored against them. Mm-hmm. So they are upside down, as opposed to Benson that you talked about, that high-flying spread offense, 327 points over the season, and their defense gave up less than 200. So on paper, this is a team that ends up getting in at the last second to face a very strong team.
Yes.
But you got to play the game.
You got to play the game. At the end of the day, we got to line it up and see who wins the battles up front. I'm looking to see Dawson Judd lead the Benson offense, and I think he's going to have a big night playing here at home. Could be maybe their last time playing at home if they continue to advance. But I also want to see what Workman's going to do on the defensive side of the ball. Him and that group of linebackers, what they're going to do to corral this Tiger offense.
Workman leads the team in tackles per game with over 7 per game. Dawson Judd accounts for 252 yards of offense per game. Just like Kay said, Kevin Lassiter, Special K. I'm trying to come up with a nickname for you. We'll come up with something for the end of the night. Hey, man, it's Captain Jeff Sparrow, a pirate buccaneer of the Caribbean, along with my first mate here tonight. And we're so glad to be joining you on the NFHS Network and Cool FM Live. And again, if you are on Cool FM Live and you're watching this tonight, understand that you will only be hearing the game. We're going to call it as close to a radio style as we can. And then if you would like to watch, we would love for you to join us on the NFHS Network. Todd is there. He's got his view ready to go. We are 67 degrees at time of kickoff, just before 7 o'clock. They're actually lining up a little early here, Kevin.
Yep, a little early, and it looks like the Tigers are going to be receiving the kick,
which is exciting. We'll get to see them on offense first. And again, this was a team that the offense has kicked into gear, and they've won the games that they needed to win just to get to this point. They had to win their final 3 games to get in.
They scratched and clawed their way in. Let's see how much fight they have left in them.
Like you said, it is the fierce feline battle tonight. The felines facing each other. The Globe Tigers, the Benson Bobcats, the road to the 2A state championship kicks off right now. The kick goes to around the 15-yard line, taken out of the air by number 3, Ben Layton, as he takes it up to just past. Actually, they haven't blown the whistle yet. He's still moving his feet to the 30-yard line. He is just shy of the 30, and that is where Globe will start with the ball.
They had a big scrum there at the end of the play. Just the Tigers were trying to push forward. The Bobcats wouldn't let them move forward. The refs kind of let them play a little bit, and eventually they blew the whistle short of the 30.
And it was interesting to know that they were not blowing the whistle. So I'm wondering if the refs will let them play through certain things. Just the opening kickoff can set the tone here as the Globe Tigers have the ball at their own 29-yard line. Their quarterback, Jager Franco, takes the snap, hands off to his running back, running off the right side, gets about a yard, but a good job collapsing defense by Benson.
That was a nice, just kind of straight up the middle run there. Benson held strong coming out of their base 4-3 defense, but the Tigers have been doing this all season, running with big pops of runs from number 3, Johnny Villegas. He's their leading rusher, and now we're kind of see why they like to give him the ball early and try to get him going.
Man, I'm so excited to call this game with you, by the way. I've been listening to you on the Cool Zone all season long, and I'm so excited to be here. 2nd and 9 for Globe. Backs up to pass, throws, catches to his receiver, Alex Holmes, one of his favorite receivers out there. There is a flag on the sideline. I don't know what that was. Yeah, it did come in after the play. I think it just fell out of the ref's pocket.
He picked it up, put it back in his pocket. I think it just fell down at the end of the play. So
okay, well,
no penalty here.
Okay, well, a 7-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and about 3 for Globe as they come up to the line at the 37-yard line is where the ball will be snapped. Quarterback in shotgun, one receiver high, one receiver low. They hand off up the middle and just gets the first down. A great rush up the middle. Good pass rush.
That was a tough piece of running by Villegas. He just kind of lowered his head, lowered his shoulders, and got the 1 yard he needed to get the first down. This is real simple and easy what they're doing. They're probably sticking to what they're very comfortable with. And again, if you're getting 3 to 5 yards of play, three plays in, you're going to get yourself first down.
And doing a run, pass, run. We'll see what they do here on 1st and 10. Ball spotted at their own 40-yard line, right at the sea of cats on the field. As another run goes right up that right side, and that one does not get anything. The Benson defense collapsed very, very quickly.
So it looked like the Tigers tried to run a little bit of a trap play on that time, but Benson's defensive line was ready for it, didn't get stuck in the trap behind the guard movement, and they stopped that play in the backfield before it could get started. Tackle for a loss.
So maybe gain of maybe a yard at the most. It'll be 2nd and a long 9 for Globe as they have trips to the bottom side. They're going from our left to our right in their white jerseys, orange trunks. Quarterback rolls out and nowhere to throw. His receiver, number 12, Corbin Bejarano, was locked up there. And so Jaeger Franco, the 5'10", 195-pound sophomore quarterback, threw it away. It'll be 3rd and long for Globe.
That was a great job by the Benson defensive line. Getting to the quarterback, moving him off his spot, flushing him out, and making him have to throw a ball when he was off balance, and the ball ended up being off target.
So a 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. The battle of the cats here this evening from the shotgun formation. Split receivers, 2 high, 2 low, 1 running back. Quarterback takes the snap, drops back, steps up into the pocket, tries to find a space to run, and he finds it. He gets away and gets across midfield into Benson territory. What a heads-up play by Jaeger Franco.
That was a nice run right there by Franco. It looked like he was about to get tackled in the backfield. He found a little piece of daylight. He took it and got himself a first down there. So good vision and good running by the quarterback there.
And that also meant there was good defense by the defensive backs covering the receivers
Absolutely.
for him to make that run. So it'll be 1st down and 10 in Benson territory. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. Running back shifting to the left. Quarterback still in shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to the running back, and there is nowhere to go. He actually loses about 3 on the play.
Wearing his jersey there, Jeff. I mean, as soon as the ball was handed to him, he had 3 Bobcat defenders in his face. So the Tigers' offensive line's going to have to do a little bit, some different things to kind of hold up, because right now it looks like Benson's kind of figured out how to stop that inside run.
At least the run part is. And again, they have gone to run, pass, run, run, run. That's what they're doing right now, is trying to wear down that defensive line. 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers. Still in Benson territory. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the high side. Quarterback takes the snap, drops back. It'll be a quick throw to the running back out in the flats, and he gets a huge first down. What a great gain of 13 yards. They needed 12 for the first. They get 13 on a swing pass, and that will be a first down for Globe.
I really like the play call there. It looks like Globe is trying to mix it up some, keep Benson off balance. And it's kind of funny, you know, their running back, Leighton, is listed on the roster as a wide receiver, but they're playing him primarily in the backfield as a running back, but he just showed he can catch the ball here.
Coming out of that, they are at 1st down at the 36-yard line, and there is a whistle blown, our first whistle of the game, and it came on the far side.
Looks like it was number 76, Kane Murray. he kind of jumped across the line of scrimmage a little early, and that's going to be a encroachment call against the defense.
Boy, that is not what you want if you're the Benson defense out here on the field for the first 3 minutes of this game as Morenci, I keep saying Morenci Tigers. I think of Morenci in the
Right.
two, in the 1A, but Globe Tigers end up moving the ball. It's 1st and 5 now. Quarterback takes a snap. It is a quarterback draw. He heads off to the left side, going toward the left sideline, and I believe he has enough for another first down, Kevin.
Once again, he kind of let the offensive line set their blocks up. He was patient, and then he showed patience and vision to get through that line and to get the first down. But I'm looking here, and it looks like number 3, his running back, was kind of holding his arm, like maybe he's kind of roughed that arm up on a play or two earlier.
Well, we'll find out. Ball spotted at the Benson 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Look at this formation, all these guys in the backfield.
The quarterback is flanked by 2 beside him, 1 behind him. Hands off to the right side, and what blocking in front. And there is a good gain of about 3-4 yards on that play. And again, the whistle coming in late. They are letting the forward progress go all the way down to the knees. That will be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, the Tigers there just came out of a full house formation, or the Heisman formation if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan like me. Handed the ball off to Corbin Bajaro, and he took it ahead and got about half the distance they need to get a first down.
So it is 2nd and a long 5, if you will, as they're lined up at the 20, coming close to that red zone. Hands off to the running back, and Benson defense there in the backfield. The running back, Braden Wagger, nowhere to go as he's wrapped up for a loss. It'll be 3rd and long for the Tigers.
We talked about it right before the game started about Benson's linebackers, how much speed they have. That was number 2, Workman, getting into the backfield and disrupting plays like he normally does.
We're going to be calling his name all night because he puts in the work, man. So it is 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. The snap is good. He throws out to his receiver looking for a screen, and a great open field tackle back at the line of scrimmage, bringing down number 13, Alex Holmes.
I really like what I saw there by number 1, Wayne Stark. Stark was a smart in his coverage. He stayed at home. He watched that bubble screen develop, and he made a very good tackle to stop that play. And now the Bobcats get a chance to get a stop here on 4th down and possibly get the ball.
It looks like they're going for it. It does not look like a kicking team has come out. It is 4th and 10, and the Tigers are saying, let's try to make them jump offside. Let's go for it with 6:53 to play. The quarterback takes a snap. He's under pressure. Escapes, throws to the end zone. No, dropped right at the 5-yard line. Through downfield, and it will be a turnover on downs.
Franco was trying to make something work. You know, I almost thought he held the ball too long, but then he found one of his receivers downfield. But unfortunately, Landon Rios just couldn't get a good handle on that pass. The ball was a little bit low, and Rios didn't make the grab, and now it's turnover on downs. And we'll get to see Benson come out under the quarterback, Judd, and see how he can get this team down the field.
Let's talk about Dawson Judd, what he is accountable for this team as he gets the ball. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats, running from our right to our left, wearing their powder blue, and dropped on the far side of the field on the very first play of the game. Dawson takes a 2-step drop, rifles it to the far side to his receiver, in and out of the hands on the ground. 2nd and 10.
That was a 1-read play to Wayne Stark, and Stark forgot a key thing. You can't run until you catch the ball, young man.
2nd and 10. Bobcats wearing their red helmets, their home jerseys tonight. The handoff goes up the left side, and again, those whistles are not coming in early.
They are letting the boys play. I like it too.
I like that. Number 21.
Renee Lorta.
That was Lorta.
That was a nice piece of running, a little inside zone there between the tackles, and just got his yards, and then he fell forward. Very good habit for a running back to have.
Without a doubt, it is 3rd and 4, and they hand off to Lorta again. He shags one tackler, but no, number 64 comes in to make a big wrap-up. It will be 4th down, Benson.
So they tried to get him outside this time, a little bit off tackle, but I think he took a little too long kind of running the corner, and big number 64, Alan Angelis, the 5'11", 250-pound freshman,
yes,
came in and made a great tackle there.
You can see why he is on this team. It is 4th down, and it appears that Dawson Judd will be kicking it. They're going to make a long snap to him, and he's running a ball out to his right. Is he going to keep or kick? He decides to kick, and no one is back to receive. So the Benson team will let it roll and roll inside the red zone.
Bounces there.
And it is at the 18-yard line, which is where the Tigers will pick up when we get going again. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors who make this coverage possible in a game powered by SSVEC. Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter with you here. The road to the 2A state championship starts tonight. Globe Tigers at Benson Bobcats. Thank you also to Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Seniors Helping Seniors, Desert RV in Huachuca City, Stan Greer Millworks, the Burger King down in Naco Hwy in Bisbee, and the Ed Morse Automotive Group. Sierra Vista, Benson, and all of Cochise County is backed by Morse. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Quarterback in shotgun, takes the snap, looking to his right, tries to step up in the pocket, avoids one tackler, somehow is still on his feet, comes back to the middle and runs into a bunch of Bobcats, gains 2 when he should have lost several more.
So what we're seeing here is this young man, Franco, has got really great footwork and he's breaking tackles. And so the question is Franco breaking tackles or are the Bobcats just not tackling well right now? I mean, a lot of arm tackles happening there and he's breaking out of those. So they got to do a better job up front with corralling him and getting him to the ground.
It'll be 2nd down and 8. Trips to the near side, solo receiver to the high side. Quarterback in shotgun. He will take the snap and hand off. No, fake the handoff. And then hit number 12. And he drops the ball. Did Corbin Bejarano. Unfortunately, drops the ball there. So 3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Tigers.
That was a really good read by Franco. He saw that they were in a little bit of a zone coverage. Wide receiver found a nice little slot to sit down in the zone. But you got to make the catch, guys. And I get it. Playoffs, everybody's excited. Got to catch the ball before you can run
That's
forward.
a great point, Kevin. Thinking about the tension that's on the field right now, you got to get these plays. And the Tigers did drive the ball all the way down the field, and they're not going to do it again.
There we go.
As it's a big-time sack for the Bobcats.
That's a sack by guess who? Number 2, Workman.
He puts in the work, man, and it is a long 4th and forever. So the Benson Bobcat defense gets a solid 3 and out, and that will force the Tigers to punt. And it looks like Jagger is also the punter. He's back almost at the goal line, standing at the 1 to make the kick, and the Benson receiver standing just inside his own territory, kind of shadowing up and down the 50-yard line. Here on Cool FM Live. If you are listening to us, you can actually watch this game on the NFHS network. You can see the details in the post description. Boy, that was a high snap. But got a good kickoff and a fair catch called by number 4. That's Raleigh Evans. He gets the kick right there at the 46-yard line, which is where Benson will start with the ball on their drive as they have great field position. Again, in a game brought to you by American Southwest Credit Union, TWN Communications, Copper Queen Community Hospital, Grasshopper Landscaping, and boy, Grasshopper could do some work out here. I'll tell you, they need Grasshopper Landscaping out on this field. And Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista. 1st down and 10 for the Bobcats. Dawson Judd waits for the whistle. He hears it, and he gets his receiver. 1 in motion, coming to the near side to make it trips left. Dawson rolling to his left, looking, not seeing anybody, trying to cut back across the field. There's a lot of green grass that we are seeing. Dawson takes off and goes all the way down to the 12-yard line. Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is why I call that young man Superman. He just makes things happen.
He absolutely is. He rolled all the way to the near side, saw the opening all the way back across the field as the entire defense came across, and he had it and made it to the 12-yard line, and that is where it will be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats with 3:45 to go in the first, a 0-0 game. Again, rolling to his left, throwing to the end zone. That is caught.
Touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. Well, wait for the signal. There it is. Put your hands up, Rep. That's 6 points.
Raleigh Evans in the corner makes the catch and then falls out of bounds. Benson strikes first in the battle of the Cats.
And Cochise County's leading passer showing why he's on top of the leaderboard. Using his feet to extend plays, keeping his eyes downfield, looking for things to open up, and then firing a strike right inside the pylon to his wide receiver. Great job, Bobcats.
Talk about what that's like to have Raleigh Evans back there and Benson making this first score of the game.
It's creating momentum. You're playing at home. You got a little crowd behind you, but it makes you feel good. It helps you feel good about, hey, we can move the ball down the field, we can score, and also think about it. The defense created this field position. Yep. So it's showing the team working together. Offensively, we're moving the ball. Defensively, they're getting stops and creating good field position.
The kick was good for the extra point, so it is 7-0 with 3:33 to play here in the first. Benson strikes first in this first round of the 2A state championship. We're so glad to have you joining us, whether you're listening to us on Cool FM Live or watching us on the NFHS network. Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter here with you on Halloween night. I'm dressed up like a pirate, but with a jacket on because it's a little chilly up here, way up high. Not for Todd. Todd he's from Wisconsin, so he doesn't care about having short sleeves out on a night like this. Todd asked me, he's like, hey, how cold is it going to get tonight? I said, it's going to be 61 by 10 p.m. He's like, well, we'll be out of there before then. And if it was like 41, then maybe I should have grabbed a jacket. But Todd is tough. He's got those tough Wisconsin arms made of cheese, made of pure Wisconsin cheese. In a game brought to you by Aloe Fiber, Right Way, Heating, Cooling, and Sierra Toyota. Benson will kick off after scoring. And that will go all the way to the end zone, through the end zone. So the Tigers will start with the ball at the 20. Barnett's Towing and Propane, also one of our fantastic sponsors for this game. And if you are watching on the feed, then you'll be able to see all of our sponsors. Thank you so much to our tech team back there, bringing that up, making replays, doing all sorts of fun stuff for us on the NFHS network. Remember, if you'd like to see this game, you can see how to do that in the post description. The ball spotted at the 20 of the Tigers. It is 1st and 10. As the Tigers are down 7-0, 3:33 to play here in the first. The first play is a run, handoff to the left-hand side, a gain of about 2.
And right there, it was kind of obvious that the Bobcats knew what was coming. Pre-snap, the entire defense moved up towards the line of scrimmage. They smelled that out. One thing I really like about this Benson defense, they stick to their 4-3 base. You don't see them come out of it very often. They may shift a linebacker over the cover, but they don't really come out of it and come in the nickel and dime packages because their linebackers have pretty good speed.
And that is one thing that this Benson defense, they fly all over the field just like their offense does. It's 2nd down, and it's marked as 9. It looks closer to 8. Either way, twins right, twins left. Quarterback in shotgun, takes the snap, backs up, rolls to his left, tosses, and, oh my goodness, bounced off of the hands another time. That's the second time we've seen a receiver drop the ball. Unfortunately, the pressure of this
13,
moment, Alex Holmes getting the ball in his hands, but letting it bounce right off, Kevin.
So, Jeff, earlier you talked about what does it feel like for Benson to get on the board. But now let's talk about what it feels like for Globe. They're nervous.
Yep.
They want to score. It's the playoffs, and they're getting anxious. They got to catch the ball.
After having such a great first drive, I'm sorry to talk over you, after having such a great first drive and then going 3 and out, will they go 3 and out again? It's 3rd and long for the Tigers, and he's under pressure and goes down. A fantastic job.
That's a big sack there.
Number 44. Who is that, Kevin?
That is Abraham Figueroa, 6 foot, 190-pound junior, making a big sack for a loss on 3rd down. That's what you want to see from your defensive line.
Abraham, you just made the cool zone. That's what I say when I'm doing the cool zone.
I love it.
And so I think he just made the cool zone
you
for
sure.
sure.
You may be a top play guy for the night, Abraham, but you definitely will make the cool zone. Great
Without
job.
a doubt. A fantastic sack. It is 4th and 11. Globe set for the kick. Running to his right, and that kick goes way high up in the air, and they tells the team to get away from it. It does take a Globe bounce and gets down to about the 41-yard line, which is where Benson will have the ball at their own 41 to start with 1:59 left to go in the first here tonight. It's Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter hanging out here in this first round game of the 2A playoffs. Glad you are joining us on Cool FM Live on the NFHS network. Thank you so much for taking time out of your Halloween evening, and be sure, if you're watching us, share this video around. Let everybody see what's happening here in Benson tonight. It is 1st and 10. Ball spotted at their own 41-yard line. Dawson, it's a tight formation. Here is what it looks like pre-snap. A very tight pre-snap formation. We'll see if the shift comes on the whistle. We're waiting for the official to blow the whistle. It's almost like they're waiting for a TV timeout. It's kind of odd. I don't know what the hurry is.
For those who don't have the setup with scoring, it's 1:59 left in the first quarter, 7-0, Benson in the lead.
So it appeared the head official was talking to, I assume, the Globe head coach down on the far end of the sideline, and now
he's getting set up in the backfield like he should be, and
he blows the whistle. So it is a tight formation, 3 to the right side, now 1 shifting over. Dawson claps his hands, takes the snap, 3-step backdrop, and gets the ball ahead to number 13, Jason Santo. And Santo makes a big catch.
I like seeing Santo be patient there, sit there, wait for the ball to come in, complete the catch, and then realize, hey, the defender's still 10 more yards down the field, so I'll turn it around and get a couple more yards. Good job by that young man. A great throw by Dawson Judd.
And they're in a hurry up. Empty backfield. Dawson by himself. Trips right, Twins left. He takes the snap, drops back, looking to his right, rolls to his right, and a flag on the play. That will be a holding call. Unfortunately, it will come back. It is a completed pass, almost down to the 20, but that one will be coming back for sure. Yeah. Even the head official nods his head. It is holding against Benson.
Yeah, I want to say I think that was the right guard that had a hold there in the interior line, and it happened right before the ball was released.
So a tough break for Benson. As this is their first penalty of the game. It will back them up 10. They'll still be in Globe territory.
And it'll be a 1st and 20 now.
The ball spotted.
1st and 10.
Yeah, ball spotted at about the 48-yard line. Again, just as Kevin said, it's a 7-0 game here. Benson leads with a $1:32 left here in the first quarter. While the opening drive looked like Globe might be using that momentum that they've had, winning 3 straight just to get into this playoffs, Benson's defense shut them down, and they are on the prowl right now.
These Bobcats have a lot of speed.
Handoff up the middle. That is going to Lorda, and he's making them pay, getting all the way to the secondary and getting a bunch of those yards back.
Lorda got everything
20.
they lost and about 9 more. Great run, a nice inside zone run, but I want to say that also that motion that took place before the play, they brought number 4, Raleigh Evans, in motion, and that got the linebackers looking at him, opened up a hole up the middle, and Lorda did the rest of it to get about 18 yards on that run.
Exactly. It is second down, probably about 3. Dawson claps his hands, steps back, tosses to the air, got a man open.
Oh,
and that slipped right through the hands.
Couldn't hold on to it.
We rarely see Workman make a mistake. I don't think I've seen him make one mistake all year.
That's the first ball I've seen him drop all season. Not saying he's only dropped once. First one I've witnessed him drop.
And he had that in his hands in the end zone. That was a perfectly timed pass. It will be 3rd and 3. Again, with 38 seconds, the clock stopped on the drop pass. Benson was in their hurry-up offense.
Huddle again.
And here they go. Twins left. Solo receiver up top. Handoff to Lorda, and Lorda breaks it and gets the first down and more. And falls forward, just like Kevin talked about, to inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Move the chains, Bobcats.
You know, Lorda's a very talented running back, but because Benson comes out of these spread formations, people get used to defending the pass against them and really get caught off guard when they hand the ball off.
It is first down for the Bobcats. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. Very tight formation now. As the ball on the right hash, moving from our right to our left. That was incomplete. Now, that was a tough pass to make, or a tough catch to make by Workman there, so it'll be second down.
Workman really didn't have any separation between him and that defender, and the ball was a little bit out of his reach. He wasn't able to hold that in either. That's, again, I'm not used to seeing Workman drop balls, but I'll give him a break on that one because it didn't hurt us. And at the end of the day, I'd like to see, that's the first time I've seen him call that tight 5-wide formation as well.
It was really interesting, and now there's 2 split receivers and then 2 tight receivers off the tight end formation. Now one shifting over to the left. And that is a handoff up the middle, but the Tigers are there and immediately make the stop. It will be 3rd and 10 for the Bobcats.
That was a really nice tackle there by Xander Shirley. He maybe got him right at the line of scrimmage, but he sliced right through the D-line, and he shut that play down before it got started.
And that will be the final play of the first quarter. It is a Benson game here tonight. Watching Benson do it on defense. They have the shutout going here through 1. They lead 7-0 in a game powered by SSVEC. It's Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter, hanging out with you here tonight on Halloween. Thank you also to our sponsors, Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Seniors Helping Seniors, Desert RV in Huachuca City, Stan Greer Millworks on South Highway 92, the Burger Burger King at 1221 Naco Hwy in Bisbee. Hey, they got a new kids indoor playground there. So go take your family if you're done trick-or-treating. Go in Bisbee, go head down to Burger King down there and enjoy their indoor playground. Thank you to the Ed Morse Automotive Group. All of Cochise County is backed by Morse. Thank you to American Southwest Credit Union, TWN Communications, Copper Queen Community Hospital, Grasshopper Landscaping, Ginger's Title Services, Aloe Fiber, Right Way, Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, Sierra Toyota, and Barnett's Towing and Propane for making this coverage possible here on the award-winning Cool FM Sports Tonight on Halloween night. Dressed up as a pirate, as Todd and I were running around Sierra Vista doing some little drop videos at a bunch of different Halloween events that were going on this evening, and making our way here to hang out with you tonight, Kevin. I'd rather not be anywhere else, man. We'd rather be here than anywhere else.
Friday night under the lights, playoff football is where you want to be.
And the start of the second quarter starts with a run on 3rd and long, and so they will take the run into the red zone up the middle. Lorda will get up at about the 19-yard line, so it will be 4th and 5 as the Bobcats will decide what to do. They're going to go for it. I mean, they're in the red zone.
Up, he swallowed that ball and just chugged ahead and got everything he could. So now they're coming out, 5 wide receivers, empty backfield.
And the receivers are tight. Lorda shifts over to the left, and he will be open. Dawson moving to his left, getting pursued, and now throws one of the most difficult throws you could ever make as a quarterback, and I believe he has enough for the first down.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could see that play, Dawson jumped, was looking to catch Lorda in motion on that swing pass. The defense jumped on it. He showed poise. He turned his body, showed a little elasticity, and fired a ball across his body and another receiver short for a first down.
One of the hardest things for a quarterback to do, a right-handed quarterback, run to your left, throw to your right. Dawson did it with excellence right there on that play. It is 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 13-yard line. Dawson from the shotgun throws to his receiver, running out to the left-hand side in to the end zone for the score.
Bobcats!
The first minute and 2 seconds of the second quarter provide the second touchdown for the Bobcats here in Benson. What a great, another swing pass going out to the far side and then right up the line, and a huge score for the Bobcats.
And Workman just made up for that drop that he had earlier in the drive with this easy touchdown to catch on the swing route.
And you know he takes that personally and says, I will make up for that. And boy, did he ever. The extra point is up. It is good. It is 14-0 with 10:58 to go before halftime here in Benson.
And so right now the Bobcats are just rolling. But I want to say what I think the coaches did before the quarter shifted, or after the quarter ended, was they talked to everybody. Hey guys, calm down. We're at home. Let's focus. Let's do what we do best. I'm sure that's what the Bobcats coaches told them. On the other side, I'm sure that the Tigers coaches are kind of trying to get his guys to focus. We got to complete catches. We got to finish blocks. We got to make tackles, because you guys want to do something before this game gets out of hand.
In a game powered by SSVEC in the shadow of I-10 and Highway 90, you are looking live here at the Jerry Lee Complex in Benson, Arizona, home of the Bobcats. Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter joining you on Cool FM Live. If you're joining us for the audio broadcast, we appreciate you tuning in. But you can see the video stream of this on the NFHS network. Be sure to subscribe to that to watch the Benson Bobcats as they are dominating in this game, leading by 2 scores with just under 11 minutes to go before halftime here. It looks like it is number 1, Wayne Stark, one of the great receivers for this team, kicking off, and he kicks it deep to around the 10-yard line, picked up by the Tigers, and running across the field to the 20 and past the 25 to the 26-yard line is where the Tigers go down. A good return to 15 yards sets up the Tigers at 1st and 10.
That was Braden Wager, who caught that ball right around the 10-yard line, tried to run to his right and tried to see if he could break off up the corner, but the Bobcats were waiting, and he got just to about the 26, 27-yard line before they stopped him.
I believe it's the 26, and that is where they will start with 1st and 10. Will the Tigers down 14-0, 10:51 on the clock. Whistle blows. Tigers set. Twins to the near side. fakes the handoff, holds it, and goes down right away. Actually loses about 2 on the play. Nowhere to go for the quarterback on that looked like planned quarterback draw.
It was maybe a read option.
Yeah.
And it looks like Jaeger didn't make the right read. He just didn't make the right read. He saw the defensive end didn't crash. He was waiting for him. And instead of giving it to his back, he kept it and he paid for it.
So it will be 2nd and 12 now. Morenci going the wrong direction as they started. Their opening drive was fantastic. We were watching them just march down this field. Their offense has been lackluster since. Twins to the near side. Quarterback rolls out to his right, trying to throw it, and he just has to throw it away. There were 4 Bobcats right around number 2, Jaeger Franco. Nowhere for him to go, nowhere for him to throw.
The defensive line just completely annihilated the offensive line on that play. There were 4 players in hot pursuit of Franco on that play. Luckily, Franco got outside the tackle box before he threw the ball out of bounds.
It'll be 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Trips to the near side. They're going from our right to our left. 1 to the high side, running back flanking Jaeger. Jaeger looks, tosses high to his receiver on the one side, and that is through his hands on the sideline. I'm not sure if that would have stayed inbounds, but the coverage there was rather interesting. Was that Stark on the coverage down there?
That was Stark on the coverage, lockdown coverage. He put the seatbelts on him there. He had him locked down. He was not getting anything open, no room. But I saw a stunt that took place on the defensive line, and that stunt that happened on the right side, it really had the offensive line confused.
So no choice for Globe but to punt the ball away, and they do. Number 4, Raleigh Evans is back to receive and around the 42-yard line of Benson. Again, a soft snap, and that kick is awful, and it is going out of bounds at the 50, maybe just in to Benson territory on a bounce, and it is. It will be at the 47-yard line of Benson, and that is where they will start with the ball with 9:51 to go in this first half. It is 14-0 Benson, and they've got great field position again, Kevin.
And Benson has to feel really comfortable right now. Good field position. They're up by 2 scores, and right now it seems like that the Tigers have no answer for the Benson offense.
Well, we'll see if the Tigers defense can put something together here, but Benson has been running and throwing all over them so far in this game. Twins left, Twins right. 1 to the back of Dawson Judd, who takes the snap and shotgun, takes 3 steps, and throws to a diving. That looks like it was to either Evans or Stark.
Evans, Raleigh Evans, yep. That went to Evans, just low. And he tried to throw it low and outside. Maybe he was trying to protect his receiver from a hit. But the coverage was just a little too tight. The window was too small, and they weren't able to connect there.
But again, another hurry-up offense for the Bobcats as they got Twins to the near side. Solo receiver to the high side. Dawson awaits. Claps his hands, takes the snap, hands off again to Lorda with some room.
Uh-oh.
He's got green grass. He's making people miss and running through tackles, running around tackles. They're grabbing onto his jersey. He is still standing. They finally blow the whistle down at the 25-yard line. That is a 30-yard run for Rene Lorda.
I need the referee to go and tell number 3 from the Tigers that he owes that running back some bus fare because he just took him for a ride. He took him for a ride there. Great run by Lorda. I mean, he's showing patience, and then when he hits the corner, he's turning on the Jets.
And there's Lorda spread out to the Twins side on the far side, trips to the right. Judd by himself in the backfield, a hurry-up offense as a flag flies. And that is almost a blessing for the Tigers because they can actually catch their breath. Yeah.
This no-huddle offense that Benson has been using, it keeps them off balance. It keeps them from making substitutions. And so now they're stuck in probably their base look defending 4 and 5 receiver sets.
So it was a illegal formation against the Bobcats, so they'll back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15, ball spotted at the 29-yard line. And now they're actually taking a second to look at the coach. Their coach and offensive coordinator showing the signals. Very collegiate-like, run very collegiate-like, showing signals on the sideline as Dawson has trips to his right side, 1 to his high side, throws to the trip side to Workman, takes the catch, good blocks in front of him, Workman running into the end zone, he is there for the 3rd score for Benson.
Touchdown Bobcats!
Andrew Workman, his 2nd touchdown of the night, makes it 20-0 Benson with 8:52 to go before the half. Could we see a running clock in this first-round playoff game of the 2A championship? This is fantastic, Kevin.
This is getting out of hand here. But I got to say, I really like the execution I saw on that screenplay.
The blocks, too.
The blocking was amazing. And it's always hard to ask wide receivers to block like linemen, but the Bobcats did a great job there.
And the extra point is up. It is good. 21-0. Bobcats with 8:52 to go before the half. What seemed as if the Bobcats were coming slow out of the gates, they have now found their stride, put the pedal to the metal against the Globe Tigers. And again, the Globe Tigers had to win 3 straight just to get in here. We thought the momentum might be on their side. Perhaps they'll find a little bit with the rest of this first half left to go, but we have yet to see it, except on that opening drive where they went for it on 4th down and not able to convert. And then since that opening drive, it has been all Bobcats.
That first drive kind of like the first round of a boxing match, you know, one guy trying to feel each other out. And then once I see, oh, here's my opening, here's the weaknesses, the Bobcats have been taking advantage of everything since then. Clearly in the driver's seat. They started a little slow, but as my motorcycle friend said, they dropped the gear and they're now about to disappear. They're running off to the night with this game.
21-0 the lead. Benson kicking from the left to our right. Good kickoff going all the way down, and they're going to let it bounce into the end zone, and it just barely does. So a touchback will take the ball out to the 20, and that is where the Tigers will start this game. In a game powered by SSVEC. Kevin Lassiter, Jeff Davenport joining you here this evening. Thanks so much for taking time out of your Halloween to be a part of this broadcast.
And so Coach Brady Hoff has really got to get his guys focused right now. They're desperate to get a score here. But if I was the Tigers, I wouldn't start trying to throw the ball all over the place. I would kind of stick to what we know works best for us. Right now you want to build a rhythm and just want to move the ball forward and get some first downs.
And they've got a lot of running backs in the backfield behind the quarterback. He hands off to the near back. And that was number 3 taking a dive, getting about 3 yards on the play. And a flag coming in late on the far side. I don't know what that official saw.
Is that going to be a sideline thing?
The official saw something on the far sideline. He threw the flag late on a gain of about 3. But now the official's conferring, and to see what might have happened, we're going to see the head official unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bobcats. So they will end up getting a lot of yards on that play, not just the 3 yards. You can add another 15 to it, and it'll be an automatic first down for the Tigers. Not sure exactly what happened, but the flag did come in late. It might have been a late hit.
A little extra business at the end of the play.
Possibly a late hit, but the ball now spotted at the 37-yard line of the Tigers. The whistle blows. The clock runs. 8:39 to play before the half. The Tigers have the ball at 1st and 10. Hand off to the running back. No, fake to the running back, excuse me. And ball tipped. Oh, my goodness. The ball was tipped by number 28 of the Bobcats, and that ended up deflecting it just enough to not be catchable by the receiver for the Tigers.
Yeah, Franco trying to look for his guys, but I think he's holding the ball a little too long. He's pumping. He's thinking about it. You got to relax, young man. Make a decision. Let that ball go to your receiver and let him do the rest.
Colton Deskins on that play, getting that ball tipped. So 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. One running back in behind him. He hands off to him. Number 3 actually gets some good yards, gaining about 8 on the play, falling forward.
Really, really nice inside zone there by Leighton. If you saw what he did, he was kind of stopped in the beginning, but he made a really nice juke, a little quick hop to his left, and that opened up a lane that ended up with him getting about, 8 or 9 yards at the end of that run?
And like you said, Ben Leighton is listed as a receiver, and he is that 5'9", 150-pound sophomore.
Carrying the heavy loader, running the ball for this Tiger offense.
At $150? Man,
not a
he's
big
looking
guy,
good.
And he's running between the tackles.
Yeah. So 3rd and short. They hand off to Leighton again, and he gets out and gets away.
Space.
One man to beat on the outside as they pursue him all the way down inside Benson territory, down to about the 27-yard line. A fantastic run on 3rd and short gives life to the Tigers offense.
You know, Jeff, I'm starting to think there's a hidden microphone up here that the Tigers coach has, because he listened to what I was saying. He's sticking to what they do best. Hand the ball up to your running back. Trust your guys up front to make some openings, and just carry the ball downfield. Let's get some first downs. Let's use some time off the clock. Let's get a score so we can feel better about what we do.
Well, and they are moving the chains right now. Ball spotted at the Benson 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Split receivers, twins high, twins low. Now one goes in motion and takes the handoff. A tackle missed in the backfield, but made after a gain of about 1.5, maybe 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and long for the Tigers.
That was a decent run by number 27, Herbert Hansen, but it probably shouldn't have been anything if it wasn't for a missed tackle, or rarely missed tackle there by Workman. Workman could have stopped that play maybe 2 yards into the backfield, but a good piece of running by Hansen to get a couple of yards.
It is trips to the near side. Solo receiver, high side, running back flanking. Jaeger. As he takes the snap, hands off to the running back, number 12, Corbin, and he gets up and really near a first down marker. I believe he might have it.
That. Yeah, he got that.
They are moving the chains, so he is up inside the red zone. It is at the 17-yard line. It is 1st and 10 for the Globe Tigers. Where did this offense come from?
The Tigers are giving the Bobcats a little bit of their own medicine. If you look, the Tigers' offense, their formation, they're spreading out those Bobcat linebackers and then running up the middle because the space that they were occupying is open.
And they are looking at it again. Twins left, twins right, snap. And looks like a read option. The ball falls on the ground. And Benson will recover the turnover.
And that right there, great break if you're a Bobcat fan. But what's happening here with the Tigers is, once again, Franco is holding the ball too long. He's waiting too long to make decisions. That play was blown up from the beginning. So what he should have done was probably just held on to it and go down to the ground. Both he and his running back were both surrounded by the Benson defensive line. So in that situation, don't try to make something happen. Lay down and play another down.
On that read option, he should have taken the option, it looked like, but that ball fell on the ground. The first turnover of the game, other than the turnover on downs, goes Benson's way. Dawson unloads, and nobody in the vicinity of about 5 yards. It looked like that was going for number 13. Is that to Santo? So Santo was the nearest receiver to that. Not sure if it was just a timing route gone wrong, or why not just go for the home run, right?
You can tell that right there. That was the kill shot, for lack of a better term. That Benson just wanted to try to throw a quick score up on the board at this point. And this is what you do when you want to send a message to a team that, hey, you're here in our stadium. We run two-way south, and you got to come play us.
It is 21-0 Benson. They have the ball back. 6:33 to play before the half. Dawson hangs in the pocket really well and almost gets hit on the backside as he releases the ball to number 4, to Raleigh Evans. That is complete, about 1 yard short of a first down.
That was a lot of poise we just saw from Dawson Judd. He didn't see the blitz because it was coming from his backside. He must have felt it. Again, Superman's probably got eyes in the back of his head. He let that ball go just in time and was able to get a nice pass off, and his receiver did what he needed to do, holding on to it and getting some yards.
So they're going to say 3rd and 2. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line of the Bobcats. The 3 running backs behind him. Dawson under center now, and they're doing a blast play right up the middle and all the way out to the 41-yard line is a run. They needed 2 yards. They got 12.
We've seen Workman catch the ball deep. We've seen Workman catch the ball in swings. We've seen him make tackles in the backfield, and now he's running for first downs. What can't he do?
He puts in the work, man, every single time. We love Workman.
I love it.
Dawson under center again, and the whistles blow. And it's encroachment against the Tigers. How can you get encroachment when it's a hurry-up offense?
This constant, going, it's not giving the Tigers time to adjust. I don't know if they were used to this. I don't know if they got prepared properly. It seems like they weren't prepared for this up-tempo style that the Bobcats run.
And they are running it. 1st and 5 after the penalty. Dawson still under center. 3 running backs behind him. Drops back and fakes the handoff. Play action. Dawson tosses over the middle to number 11, who makes one man miss and keeps going and gets one block from Workman. The ball goes all the way down to the 27-yard line. A big pass, a big play for the Bobcats.
We're not used to seeing the Bobcats come out of that full house formation like that.
No.
And you expect
with
the
him
team
under
to
center.
run.
Yeah,
yes,
with him under center.
Because Judd is normally in the shotgun. You expect to see them run out of that. No. He steps back, he passes, and look at the pace. First off, the offensive line gave him all kind of time. Look at the patience that he had to wait until he found a guy open. And great job by Kilpatrick to haul that thing and break a couple tackles and get a first down.
1st and 10. Ball at the 29 of the Tigers. Benson hands off up the middle. This time, Lorda, nowhere to go. It takes 5 guys to bring him down.
The entire defensive line just tackled Lorda.
It took 5 guys, and he still got 2 yards.
Still got some yards.
Number 21. He might be the smallest one on the field, but the biggest heart for sure.
Lorda's
got
not
2
a big
yards.
guy, so I won't call him the bus. I think I'm going to call him the minivan because he's taking passengers and he's moving them all around town tonight.
5'6", 155-pound junior putting in the work this evening. Speaking of work man in motion to the far side. Dawson Judd takes the snap, rolls to his left again, and doesn't. How did he avoid that? He avoided two people. They split him. Now he's coming all the way back across the field and throws a bounce pass to his receiver. I think he ran about 80 yards just on that play to go all the way from the left. Somehow split two defenders and come all the way to this near side.
Judd rolled all the way almost to the numbers on the left side.
He is Superman.
And then came all the way back this way. And even Superman sometimes has to deal with kryptonite, and this time I think it was just that he's rolling in opposite direction, trying to throw, and the throw happened to be a little bit low. But if you are Globe, you cannot arm tackle him. You have to wrap him up.
And it is 3rd and 8 for the Bobcats. Then stalled here just for the moment. We'll see what happens here. As a quick pass to Workman. He runs right into the end zone.
And he's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns for Andrew Workman.
27-yard touchdown pass.
I really like what I'm seeing from this Bobcat offense. They're using motion. They're using misdirection. They're coming out of different formations. They're showing things that I hadn't seen from them yet this season, and they're looking like they got a lot of tools in the shed that they can use to put points up tonight.
The playbook is still open, and that 27-yard pass makes it 27-0 Bobcats as they line up for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. It is 28-0 with 4:11 to go. Before halftime, the Bobcats on the turnover by the defense that was set up 70 yards backwards. They ended up taking it 70 yards down the field to get that score.
Easily here. And this game, I think it's out of hand at this point. I mean, it's not saying that it's over, but Globe has got to stick to what they were doing well. Run the football. Again, if I'm Globe, hey, let's just get a touchdown, guys.
Yes.
Let's not worry about a win right now. Let's get a touchdown.
There's still 4:11 in this half. There's still time for you to have at least a little bit of momentum going into the locker room.
And so take it one play, one drive at a time, but you want to get a touchdown here. But their quarterback has got to make some better decisions.
And we'll see if he can do that in a game powered by SSVEC. Jeff Davenport, Special K, Kevin Lassiter, hanging out with you tonight on Halloween night. I don't know, let us know in the live chat what you ended up dressing as for Halloween. Looks like all the spirit line for Benson. They've had a busy night tonight. They're all in costume down here, from it looks like bunny rabbits to Power Rangers to whatever.
Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. We got the pit crew, a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Well, nobody's perfect. All right, the ball caught at the 8-yard line and running up and through the defense.
Uh-oh.
And a big return all the way to midfield.
That was an excellent return by Ben Layton, the wide receiver turn running back, turn kick returner. And I got to give credit to Globe. They set up a really nice wall for him to run behind up the sideline, and then it didn't hurt at all that he broke a couple tackles.
And I apologize. I said he made it to midfield. No, he's at the 44-yard line of the Bobcats. That was a 50-yard plus return by Ben Layton to set up the Tigers here on this drive at 1st and 10.
So 50-yard return. Do you think they're going to give him the ball again right now?
Why not? He's got the hot hands and the hot feet. Let him roll. Snap to the quarterback, and they do give it to him. He tries to break one tackle and can't do it and goes down as the whistles are blowing and finally goes down.
That was a nice effort by Kilpatrick in the backfield because it looked like he tried to tackle high at first and he kind of shook off of that, but Kilpatrick kept wrapped around his ankle and wouldn't let him get away. So that results in a loss due to tenacious, dedicated wrapping up.
Good job by the Benson defensive line. 2nd and 12. Ball spotted just past the 45-yard line of the Bobcats. Quarterback with 3 behind him takes the snap and shotgun, hands off to Layton. And he'll get a couple back, and it will be 3rd and long for the Tigers.
And so his offensive guards did a really good job opening up a nice lane for him to get through. And Layton is, again, he's not the biggest guy. He's doesn't have lightning speed either, but he's got really quick feet and good vision, finding a hole and just hopping through it to get a couple of yards there.
The ability to break a tackle. Looks like he's coming off the field holding his arm. I'm not sure if something's going on over there. They got a trainer coming over to him to check on him right now.
Holding during their second drive.
Yeah, it's that. I can't tell if it's his wrist or forearm.
Yeah, on his left arm.
But it is 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Split receivers, but flanked by 3. Quarterback drops back. looking downfield, nowhere to go, nowhere to throw, and he gets sacked all the way back at midfield. The Benson Bobcat defense is rolling.
That was a really great effort by the Bobcat defensive line. Number 44, Abraham Figueroa, leading the way on that sack, and it looked like he just had no time. He went to try to step up into a pocket that wasn't there.
No, it was not anywhere to be found. The one time he needed to roll out, he didn't, and it is 4th and 13. I was going to say 14, but the scoreboard says 13. Ball spotted inside Benson territory, and they will be punting it away. We'll see if this is a lob snap like it had been. That is a lob snap, but only one is rushing the punter. The kick is away, and it will go down to the 10, bounce there, and now we'll take a Benson hop at about the 11-yard line, and that is where the Bobcats will get the ball with 1:46 left in the first half. It is 28-0 Benson. So, again, even when the Globe Tigers end up getting penalties against Benson, they're able to move the ball a little bit. They just can't find the way to finish these drives.
And with their running back, Leighton, walking off the field there, you kind of knew their offense was in trouble. They've been leaning on him a lot, and without him, they already got to find a new identity.
Leighton getting that big run back, all for naught, as the Tigers have to kick it away. Benson will start from their own 12. 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the high side. Dawson takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking up ahead, and that just slips out of the jumping hands
just
of
a little
Stark.
too hard for Stark. I mean, he rolled this way, and what I'm seeing from Judd is that Judd is a very capable quarterback, but when he throws on the run, especially to his right, the ball tends to be a little off target. I'd like to see him set his feet before making that throw. I think he'll kind of dial it into where he needs to get it to.
Might have been aiming a little high as well, because it appeared that there was good coverage on that play, but nonetheless, it's 2nd and 10. A 28-0 lead for the Bobcats. Trips to the near side. Dawson takes a snap, drops back, and hits number 4 in stride. Shakes him one tackle, gets a big first down, and he's off to the races. Raleigh Evans. Raleigh Evans with an 80.
Touchdown, Bobcats!
88-yard touchdown reception for Raleigh Evans. Makes it 34-0 Bobcats. Unbelievable effort on that play. The catch and then the run.
The Bobcats breaking a lot of tackles here, but got to give a big shout out to the offensive line. They're controlling things up front. They're giving Dawson Judd all the time he needs to dissect this defense and tear them apart.
88 yards. Could that be a Benson playoff record? We'll have to check the books for that one. I don't know. It couldn't be much more.
So 88 yards is huge.
And the extra point is good. It's 35-0 Bobcats. 88-yard touchdown pass. That was a great pass on the sideline, a short pass. It was about a 10-yard pass, but then Evans was able to make, 2 people miss?
2 people miss, and then once he got on the outside, he turned on the speed, and no one was going to catch him.
He had just folks in his rear view. That's all it was.
That's it.
For 88 yards.
And now, I mean, this is out of hand. The Tigers, they got to try to regroup here. It's going to be very difficult for them with their leading rusher still on the sideline being looked at by the training staff.
Raleigh Evans, number 4. I think he channeled his inner Marty McFly, hitting 88 miles an hour on that 88-yard touchdown.
The officials just brought out the fire extinguishers to put out the fire trims.
Doc is going, great Scott. And that's what we're saying with a score of 35-0, $1:20 left here in this first half. Stark to kick off from our left to our right. Boy, if you're not watching this game on NFHS, you're missing something. We're doing our best to describe what's going on. If you're listening to us on Cool FM Live, we appreciate that. Kickoff goes down to about the 6-yard line, which is where the Globe returner will start. And he will turn up the field and get up to about the 28-yard line, and that is where the Tigers will start with a $1:12, 1 minute, 12 seconds, 72 seconds left to go before we reach halftime.
Braden Wager, it's the second time that he's taken a kick and rounded the corner with it, and he's definitely got an eye for finding an open spot on kick returns, but unfortunately there he lost his footing as he turned, and what would have been a big play turned into a okay play.
Well, still good field position if you had a little bit more time on the clock.
Yep.
We'll see what the Tigers are able to do with this. Trips to the near side. Solo receiver to the high side.
Tigers do have all their timeouts.
So ability to stop the clock while they run right up the right side. And it is an immediate tackle again by Abe Figueroa, number 44. We've called his name a lot of times tonight. And there he is again.
Showing up again. That was a handoff to number 3, Koch Cormack, and he just wasn't able to get anything open there. He was tackled right after catching the ball right at the line of scrimmage.
And that is where they will reset. 2nd down and 10. No timeouts called, so the clock is running 43 seconds ago before halftime. It appears the Tigers are just settled to go into the half with the score the way it is at 35-0. We'll see. And they do a little toss sweep handoff. And number 12, nowhere to go for Corbin. Corbin, the 5'8", 185-pound junior, not finding any of the... He doesn't look like he's 185 either. Right?
And guess who shot out of a cannon to
that,
make that play?
Does he put in the work, man?
He put in the work. Number 2, Andrew Workman shooting into the backfield and making an amazing tackle.
It's like you said, it's like they weren't watching tape of each other before the game, but the Benson defense was seeing all of the tape of the offense, and that will count down to 2, 1... There is the buzzer, the siren, and it has been all Bobcats in this first half. We are 1 score away from a running clock when we start this second half in a game powered by SSVEC. You are live on the NFHS Network. Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter here on Cool FM Live, brought to you by Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Seniors Helping Seniors, Desert RV in Huachuca City, Stan Greer Millworks, Burger King in Bisbee on 1221 Naco Highway, Ed Morse Automotive Group, American Southwest Credit Union, TWN Communications, Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County, Grasshopper Landscaping, Ginger's Titles of Sierra Vista, Aloe Fiber, Right Way Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, Sierra Toyota, and Barnett's Towing and Propane, making this game possible for you tonight. So glad you're joining us. I don't even know where to begin talking about this particular offense here, as it was a little slow to start. We're coming back to us here on the NFHS Network. Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter here for you, high above the overlook here at good old Jerry Lee Complex here at the Benson High School football stadium. And thinking about this first half, when it looked as if the Tigers had a great opening drive, and we thought they might make a game of this.
That's what I thought.
Everything got turned around.
I think it just Benson needed a little time to fill these guys out, see what they like to do offensively, and once they got the timing down, the Bobcats took control. They just, again, and I also think that once the Bobcats scored on their first drive, I think the Tigers felt a little nervous, felt pressure to try to hurt and get a quick score, which took them out of what they like to do. This is a team that likes to run the football. They don't throw it much. They come out of passing formations, but they like to run the ball. But when you're down in a playoff game where it's win or go home, you want to try to keep up. And that took them out of their rhythm, and we see the Bobcats rolling.
And they've been rolling nonstop. And that has been a lot in part due to one man, being number 2, who has put in the work man on the offense with a hat trick in the first half.
Everywhere. 3 touchdowns. I think 3 or 4 tackles for a loss. He's catching the ball. He's running the ball. He's doing it all for his team here.
I forgot, if I'm wearing my Halloween costume, I may as well show it off here. It's not that cold, so I'll take my jacket off here to give everybody a taste
of Jeff Sparrow.
Yes, exactly. Captain Jeff Sparrow here, along with Special K, Kevin Lassiter here in Benson. And yeah, watching Workman work. I mean, I've watched him since he was a freshman when I was calling games in the booth right below us with Sheriff Mark Daniels on the radio. And the way he has developed his game, getting better and better every single year, and seeing him here in his senior year doing incredible things. You got to see him earlier this season.
Yes.
He is everything that
he's everything that he lives up to the hype. It's not hype. It's real with him. Not the biggest player, but he has a great ability to see the ball, find the ball, and attack it. And he just kid with amazing speed, great tackling fundamentals. It's just and very entertaining to watch him play.
Without a doubt. So much fun to watch. And again, having a hat trick in the first half of that hat trick doesn't start or doesn't happen without your quarterback, Dawson Judd. What Dawson Judd has done, rolling to his right, throwing, rolling to his left, throwing across his body, these are mechanics that you can teach, but not everybody can learn.
Right.
How has Dawson ended up learning these things to be able to
Just
do
through
this?
a lot of repetition, muscle memory, and he's playing a little dangerous. I mean, he's breaking rules that you teach quarterbacks not to break. But if it's working in your favor, hey, let it ride. Let him cook. And so Dawson Judd is dissecting this defense. And what I really like about him is not just that he's throwing the ball where he wants, the patience he's showing, and the time he's been given by the outstanding play of his offensive line.
That was the next thing, because it all gets connected. You got Workman getting the 3 touchdowns from Dawson Judd, but because he has the protection from his line and the blocking of his running backs, because when he rolls out, he's got to have a little extra block there too. So, I mean, talk about that whole work. The entire offense is conducted like a symphony out there right now in a hurry-up fashion.
That's right. And let's not forget, when they don't throw the ball, Lauder has been very good at running with the ball tonight. And that's another credit to the offensive line. They've run draws. They've run screens. Everybody blocking, knowing that, hey, we got to own the space in front of us and move people out of the way. And that offensive line has looked like snowplows out here sometimes, just clearing the road.
Yeah, Lorda has had a lot of big holes for him to run through. Not that he needs them, because he can kind of find
squeeze
these smaller spaces. He can slip through and get through. But at the same time, watching him make that happen and then driving forward and falling forward every single time, like you said, that's how you gain those extra yards and get that extra yard for the first down. You get that extra yard to get your team that much closer in better position for the next play, that they run in this hurry-up style in a almost collegiate way, as we pointed out, showing that even the coaches are doing hand signals.
Hand signals. They got their and nobody's wearing a wrist coach. They don't have the playbook on their arms. These guys understand what their offense is, and they're using their playbook to their full advantage tonight. And one other thing about Lauder, not the biggest guy, but he's a fast guy. He's breaking tackles. He's running with power tonight.
They were grabbing onto his jersey, just trying to hang on for dear life to make sure. I shouldn't do that. It's a very nice costume. I paid a lot on Amazon.
Don't do that.
The $25 pirate costume on Amazon. It's where you can look like this too. But watching them really grip onto him, it shows the power that he does have, even for not being the biggest guy out there, but having the legs to drive through those
he's pulling guys with him as they hold on. They're being pulled up the field as he continues to mold.
What did we say on one play? There was 5. It took 5 guys to bring him down.
He got tackled by the entire defensive line, and he still gained yards.
It's unbelievable watching this Benson offense here. Now, you've had the privilege of seeing them before during a full game. How have they matched up from that game a couple weeks ago? Did you see them at the Wilcox game?
Yes, that was
the
Wilcox
game when they lost. That was their only loss in conference, was to Wilcox. What are the differences that you're seeing? Is it just it's clicking against this different defense?
It's a different defense it's clicking against, but also what Wilcox was very successful at doing. Remember, Wilcox has that 3-headed running attack. I like to call them lightning, thunder, and rain. And they use ball control to keep the ball out of Dawson Judd's hands. So, yes, the Bobcats got up early in that game, but then Benson stuck to what they know, because they kind of wanted to try to throw to have a shootout with them. And it's like, nope, we won't have a shootout. We're going to play the long game. They ran the ball, controlled the clock. So the Cowboys were able to win that game because they kept the ball out of offense's hands. They wouldn't let Dawson Judd and that offense get on the outfield to do what they want to do. The Tigers tonight are not seeming to have the ability to keep these drives alive. They keep kind of making mistakes, a fumble here, a bad throw there, and now they're turning the ball over. And guess what? Mama, here comes that man again. Dawson Judd and the offense marching back down the field.
Making them pay, especially that big 88-yard strike to finish out this first half, being 35-0 with 8:35 to go before we return to action here in Benson. So, Kevin, let's talk about you for a minute, man. I haven't got to work with you, but I've got to hear you on the Cool Zone as we go in and out live from all the different games that were happening at once. I've really enjoyed all of your insights and really enjoyed this camaraderie and this teamwork tonight. It's an awesome pairing. I'm so honored to be here with you.
I'm glad we get to work together, and this has definitely been a fun night.
Super
been a great season.
I know, yeah, it really has been, and great first half here. But let's talk about you, man. You live in Sierra Vista?
Yep, live in Sierra Vista. Recently retired from the military about a year ago.
Service, man.
Thank you for your support. Prior to that, I've coached youth football. I've coached youth football here for about 4 years. Before that, I coached in Georgia. I played a little football in the military. And I just come from a high school football and a football background. I love the game of football, whether I'm playing it, I'm coaching it, or I'm watching it, or now getting to talk about it. Football is a big part of my life.
Well, I'm glad that you're able to share that passion with us. It definitely shows, even as a listener, as I was listening to the different games that you were calling over the course of the Cool Zone season. And so your time in Georgia, you're in the military. Were you in for 20? Or were you
I did 22 years total.
Oh, man, that's absolutely on the Army, obviously. That's why you ended up in Fort Huachuca.
Yep.
Where did your travels take you? How far did you go?
Let's see.
How many trips to the sandbox?
One.
Okay.
And it wasn't the longest trip in the world, but thank God everything worked out good. Let's see. I was stationed in Fort Gordon, Georgia, Bowling Air Force in Washington, D.C., Fort Riley, Kansas twice.
Okay.
Finished my career here at Fort Huachuca,
so
and
no,
I spent some time
overseas,
in Korea.
Okay, so
spent
you were in
some
Korea
time in
for a year? Or
About a year,
okay.
yep.
Okay, so doing the Korea thing, so you never went to Germany or anything like that?
Not as a duty station.
Okay.
I went there for some mission work, but not as a duty station.
Okay. And what was your MOS?
I did telecommunications, so I was a signal soldier working in communications. A 25 Whiskey, which is now called a 25 Hotel.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah. Again, and what would be the main job of someone in communications for the military when you're stationed somewhere?
So when you're stationed somewhere, our job is we roll up on a empty space. We could be in the mountains, the desert, the jungle, and we're going to set up a robust communications network that could be used to create command and control for all of our commanders that need to conduct maneuver operations, whether that's sending guys out to do airborne stuff, jumping out of planes, or whether that's tanks or forces marching across the battlefield. I would like to say in the Signal Corps that you can talk about us, but you can't talk without us.
And you certainly can't. Without communications, you got to make sure that you have that there.
Got to shoot, move, and communicate.
And being in Iraq, were you in Iraq or Afghanistan?
Kuwait.
Okay. In the Kuwait area, doing telecommunications there and setting that up. And I mean, what is that experience like going over there? I mean, my dad was in the original Desert Storm. My dad, I'm the proud son of a retired Army lieutenant colonel.
Thank him for his service.
He's awesome. He is GI Joe. He was in the MI and then did intelligence and then went that route. So I mean, being overseas, away from your family and understanding it is service, it's military service and having the opportunity to go and work with a team. We're seeing teamwork here. It's the same way in the military, right?
Yes.
Did you go straight into the military out of high school? Or
No. I went to National Guard for a couple years out of high school, and I went active when I was about 21 years old.
Okay, what was the decision to Did you feel like it was the right fit?
It was just the right time. It was what I should have done all along, and I kind of dodged it for a little bit, and I finally said, I'm going to do what I know I need to do.
Yeah, but you found your spot, man.
Yeah, it really felt like a great home, and it was something that I enjoyed doing for the time that I did it. And a lot of people say this expression, but I really mean it. I did my dream job for 20 years. I lived the dream, and I'm thankful for every day I got to do it, and I'm thankful that I'm still here to be able to live life and find some new passions.
And let's talk about those new passions. Where does it take you after the fact? When you retire after a prestigious 22-year career in the military, in the United States Armed Forces, what is the next step for a communications person like yourself?
For me, I wanted to finish up my college education, which I did about a month ago.
No way!
Earned my bachelor's degree.
Oh, congratulations.
And so I recently got a job working in the government service, doing a tiny little bit of what I did in communications-wise, but also taking on some additional tasks to kind of keep it fresh and to have it be a little familiar, but have something new to do at the same time.
Nice. And with the government shutdown, how is that going? Is that affecting you?
It is affecting me, but thankfully I have some other things that I'm doing and I'm able to support my family. But yeah, the government shutdown, like it's affecting most people, it is affecting my household. But praying for everybody in the country and hoping that a solution has come to that gets things back open and gets things going the way they need to be going.
Do you think that if these senators in Washington, D.C., if they took pay cuts, that this would be solved in less than 24 hours?
And I learned in the Army that taking time and taking money from someone is a huge motivating factor. So I think that probably could have a big influence on getting someone to maybe finish a job, definitely.
And whether you're on the right or the left, we just want it to come back. We just want these jobs to come back.
Yes, absolutely.
It honestly doesn't matter. I think they're both to blame, or everybody's to blame. It's not one side over the other, I don't think, honestly, looking at the situation. But, I mean, we just want people to get back to work. We want them to be able to do what they're continuing on, their dream career, continuing on in their livelihoods, and we hope that those folks in government...
There's so many effects that we don't always see. We think about the military, maybe our federal law enforcement officers, but there are other little things that get affected affected by closure. Something I learned as I read last week, there are schools that are operating on military installations. And so those schools that get their funding from the federal government, they're able to still remain in session, but they can have no after-school activities. So we're here watching a high school football game right now. I know of a high school that's in Tennessee, that's a military school, that they haven't had a football game in about a month. They haven't had dances. They haven't had after-school clubs and activities.
Yeah, they didn't have homecoming, because homecoming would have been around that time.
No homecoming, no ring dance, if you call it like that on the East Coast. None of those. When the school day ends, everybody's got to go home. So just think about how that affects that school and those students and that community. So, don't take anything for granted.
Yeah, without a doubt. And if you are one of the people just like Kevin here who are, waiting for the government to reopen, we're thinking about you. Our hearts are praying for you and for your families. I know how most of America lives paycheck to paycheck. It's just kind of the routine, and so it's tough to miss a couple. It's tough to miss one, much less a couple. So we're thinking of you, and we hope the best for you as you work your way through that. Now, earlier in the broadcast, Kevin, you mentioned talking about a certain NFL team, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, sir.
Now, they played last night, and they decided to take it to the Dolphins.
Yes.
How long have you been a Ravens fan?
I've been a Ravens fan since the team moved to Baltimore in 1996. So as long as we've had a team, I've been a fan.
Yeah, so like right away. Okay.
Right away.
And what is it about the Ravens? I mean, were you living there at the time?
Yeah, that's where I'm originally from. I'm from Baltimore. So growing up as a kid in the 80s, we didn't have a football team.
That's true.
We watched everybody else play, and I kind of gravitated maybe towards Dallas, but that's because they were on TV all the time.
Yeah.
But glad Baltimore has a hometown team.
I'm glad you're not a Cowboys fan. So I can really say, I can truly say, I'm so glad you're not a Cowboys fan. Lamar Jackson, did he come back last night?
He did come back and play last night.
Talk about his effort last night.
And so Lamar had an amazing effort last night, 4 touchdown passes. I think he had a perfect passer rating last night. And so now
158.3, he got it.
The Ravens are, well, maybe not perfect. I think it might have been a 136.
That's still really amazing.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
After having about 4 weeks of rust. And so now the Ravens are looking to maybe have a record-breaking run here from going from 1 to 5 to possibly making the playoffs. We have a unique opportunity over this weekend. The Ravens can go from 2 weeks ago to now, could go from worst to first in the AFC North if certain teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers, don't win this weekend.
Well, and that could very well happen. I mean, they lost last week pretty handedly, and so it'll be interesting to see how that runs forward. But I don't know how you got along with John, because he is a Chiefs fan, So, I mean, Chiefs-Ravens actually face each other in week 3 or 4. And I believe, I asked John, I actually sent him a text. I said, John, when was the last time the Ravens and the Chiefs faced each other and both were under 500? They were both 1 and 2 at the time, and I thought, I don't think that's ever happened.
I don't think I've ever seen that either. Both teams win a lot of games and normally have really good records. And but I know Kansas City's one of those opponents that we play differently against them, and they have so many different weapons. It's hard to kind of corral that offense.
Well, speaking of offense, we've seen a lot of it from the Benson Bobcats here tonight.
We sure have.
35-0. They put another 3 minutes on the clock as the players get warmed up for this second half, and we are excited to see what do we have? What are we looking at, Todd?
Score update.
Oh, Buena at the half. So Buena's got they lead 17-0 at the half. So good to see the Colts putting the work in. We know John and Jared are calling that game over there. So thank you to them for taking the time to go drive up to Ironwood Ridge and go call that game this evening, as it is 35-0 here. It has been all Bobcats. What else we got?
Another update: the St. David Tigers are trailing the Williams Vikings 44-14.
Wow.
In their game tonight. So hopefully the Tigers can find something to get back into this game.
So Williams goes up north, and it is, let's see here, that is the Blue Devils are losing 46-0. Is that real? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we talked about this game, that Baghdad versus Valley Union. We talked about that game.
Baghdad is.
And Baghdad's an amazing 8-man football team.
Yeah, they're a machine. And so that was a tough task for the young student athletes from Elfrida to make that happen. But I'm sure they're still putting in the effort. They've still got a whole half to play, even though it's going to be a running clock there. It will be difficult for them to get those points
Valley
back.
Union and St. David, those teams never quit.
Yeah.
They're going to play the whole game. I know that.
Yeah, and they might end up losing tonight. It might be the end of their playoff runs, respectively. But in the meantime, it appears so far that Benson's playoff run is just beginning, and they are firing on all cylinders tonight. Dawson Judd, you got Andrew Workman, you got Renee Lorda. and this is what we're going to talk about. We will be filming about a 2-minute drill at the end for Dennis to have, and I think those are the exact same things we're going to talk about that we just talked about at halftime. It's going to be absolutely amazing as they do their Bobcat jumping jacks, the cat jacks.
And so if you are Benson, you got to keep your foot on the pedal. Don't let up. You got to keep scoring points here because you don't want to give Globe any hope that they can get back into this game. Well, if you're Globe, you got to try to string together a drive and put some points on the board.
That was what I was going to ask next. You know, what does Globe even do? The question is, if Benson holds right now, they will actually. Well, they'll receive the opening kickoff, or this kickoff. If they end up going down for touchdown, it's running clock after that. It's 42-0, right, which makes a running clock situation in the third quarter, early in the third quarter.
Early.
So this game, right now, we're sitting at about 8:13 p.m. Arizona time here in the shadow of I-10 and Highway 90 in Benson, Arizona, in a game powered by SSVEC. The Benson Bobcats have taken a drastic lead on the hat trick in the first half by Workman. And watching him and Dawson and Lorda and the defense do what they do. The defense still pitching a shutout too. I don't mean to give them no love. We gave Abraham Figueroa a couple shutouts, and the rest of that defensive line is doing amazing tonight.
And it's been only a handful of times where only one player has made a tackle. I mean, they're tackling as a unit, and my first time seeing them play live was when I saw them play down in Wilcox a couple weeks ago, and I was really just amazed by the speed of this defense. They move and flow to the ball together. I mean, like it's like one giant wave just moving and crashing against offensive players.
Well, and we're going to see it continue, as I was correct, that Benson will be receiving the second half kickoff. If you can activate the live chat, let everybody know we are back to action here in Benson. Kickoff goes to about the 17-yard line, picked up by the Benson returner, who runs it out toward the near sideline, gets hit and stacked up around the 36, and I believe that is where the ball will be spotted.
Byron Judd, I'm guessing he's probably a younger sibling to Dawson. Dawson Judd, and he tried to return and get a couple yards there, held on to it after getting a nice solid hit at the end of the play.
Byron, the sophomore, 5'10", 170-pounder. He is the present and future of this Bobcats team, but there was a penalty flag on the play, it appeared, against the Bobcats, so they will back them up from the 34 all the way back to...
That was a hold? No, it's going back and further. Was that a personal foul?
Boy, I'm not sure.
A long march the referees just took with the ball.
It is, but the ball with the nose of the ball spotted on the 20. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. If they score on this drive, if they get a touchdown on this drive and the extra point, it will be a running clock. So we start this second half with our first offensive play, as it looks like Raleigh Evans going to talk to Dawson real quick as they throw in the ball to get the correct ball to snap for the Benson offense.
It seems like no matter what formation they come out of, they're going to have except for that full house, they're going to have 4 wide receivers on the field.
And that's what it looks like. They got 2 tight and 2 wide. And now, one heading over to the far side, fakes the handoff to the one side, miscommunication in the backfield, and that will end up hurting Benson on that particular play.
We have not seen him have a miscue like this tonight. You know, it looked like Judd wanted to hand it off, but Lorda was on the opposite side. Mm-hmm.
So the clock continues to run here, 11:25, just starting this third quarter. The second half underway. It's 2nd down and 11 for the Bobcats. Their ball at their 19-yard line. Now Workman in motion. Dawson looking for him the entire way. Almost could have taken off up the middle. Decides to roll out to his right and takes a long toss and finds the open receiver. Wow. What a huge catch. And run after the catch.
Running.
One to beat. He goes in. It is an 80-yard touchdown.
Touchdown, Bobcats.
1 minute and 5 seconds into the second half. We have a running clock. The clock has not stopped. It is running.
Just a great job there by Dawson, extending the play by rolling, looking up the field, and finding a receiver open. I didn't see him open at first.
No.
But Dawson saw him open and got the ball to him. And once he handed it to him, Wayne was gone. He broke a couple tackles, and then by the time he hit the 30-yard line, he was telling him to put 6 points on the board.
Off to the races. What a fantastic answer to their 88-yard touchdown play. Now, to end the first half, now it's an 80-yard touchdown play to start the second half.
And this clock is going to roll. And I just kind of feel bad for these Tigers. I mean, they took a long drive to get down here. And, that can affect the team, having to travel. And it's not like they traveled across town. They came all the way down.
Yeah, it's a good two-hour drive.
That's a long
from the
drive
Globe, from the Gila Valley. Actually, north of the Gila Valley. It ends up in the East Valley of Phoenix, like the far east side of Phoenix. So you got to get through the Gila Valley to come down to hit I-10.
That's right.
And then come here into Benson. And the clock is officially a running clock from here on out. 9:30 to go at 8:16. You can mark it down that Benson has punched their ticket to the second round of the playoffs in a dramatic offensive showdown formation. This has been a showcase of the immortals on this Benson offense through this first half and then the first play of the second half.
I mean, think about it. Right now, they really can't go wrong. Okay, they had the one mistake where the running back was on the opposite side, and they come right behind it and throw an 80-yard touchdown pass.
How do you defend that?
You can't.
And Benson will kick off from our right to our left. Short kick will go to the mid. No, they'll come up from the back and pick it up on the hop. And a good job by the Tiger runner, number 22. I'll give him a shout out right now. Devron De La Torre. He did a great job to catch that ball on a short hop, almost like an infielder would in baseball, and then make something out of it. Lean forward, get the ball to looks like the 29-yard line. Maybe the nose of the ball very close to the 30-yard line of the Tigers. It is 1st and 10 for Globe.
And if you're a Tiger fan, I got bad news for you. I do not see number 3, Ben Layton, in the backfield. He has not yet returned to this game.
And had an arm injury of some sort that we saw happen. And there's a handoff in the backfield that will be tackled for a loss. Is that Figueroa again? Is that 44? I'm looking to see.
That's Workman.
That was Workman coming all the way up from the strong safety.
Sliced through the line like a hot knife through butter.
How did he get there? That was amazing. I'm thinking it was one of the linebackers. Instead, he's coming from that almost Buda Baker position where he's just all over the field, and he's finding his way to the ball. He's got the nose for it. So, Tigers line up, 2nd and 12. Trips to the near side. Solo receiver to the high side as they are running from our left to our right, and another handoff, and that will be a gain of 1. It will be 3rd and 11.
Yeah,
there was a firework that just went off to the south of us. I'm not sure if they were celebrating
festivities.
Yeah, a little Halloween fireworks. I didn't know that was a part of Halloween, but okay. Maybe they do things differently here in Benson. I mean, they got a lantern festival here.
Right.
I know the mayor of Benson. He's probably here. Where's Joe Conrad? Mayor Conrad, if you're listening, we'd love to have you up here in the booth to talk to us about your Benson Bobcats in this running clock situation. Tigers have 3rd and 11. Trips to the near side. Quarterback rolls to his right as the pocket collapses. Finds his receiver against the sideline. Did he make the catch?
And that's a catch. Ruled a catch by the linesman. That was a really nice roll out there by Franco. And I really like Wager really just kind of planting his feet, focusing to make the catch and keeping himself in bounds to get a first down for
I
his
think
team.
that would have been good in the pros. It looked like he had 2 feet in.
He did get 2 feet
right
down.
there. So a fantastic effort by number 8, Braden Wager, as the clock continues to roll in a running clock situation. 42-0 lead for the Bobcats. Tigers with the ball. Now trips to the high side as that ball is spotted on the near hash. The quarterback waiting for the snap. Takes it. Hands off to the running back, and he gets it right away. Right away. And who was it?
That was Workman, and I got to tell you, what I saw there was something masterful. Andrew Workman is putting on a showcase of linebacking here. I saw the guard move in motion, not move in motion, but after the snap, he was coming to set the pull and to open up a hole, and Workman beat him to the spot and tackled that running back for a loss. That is what you want to see right there from a linebacker.
5'8", 185 pounds, and he is flying all over the field. Offense, 3 touchdowns, defense, tackles for losses. Just an amazing job as it is 2nd down and 10. There is another firework going off to our right as the quarterback rolls to his left, now rolls back to his right as he's being flushed out of the pocket, going everywhere. He does get some yards, gets tripped up out of bounds right at the 50-yard line, so it will be 3rd and short. The quarterback there, Jager, making something out of nothing.
Kilpatrick almost got a sack there. I mean, he was shoestring away from making a sack there, but a nice piece of running by Franco to get as much as he could. And again, when you're having a reverse field like that, it's showing you don't have a lot of time to set anything up.
And now they're calling timeout, so that will stop the clock with 5:24 to go. The Tigers down 42-0, so the running clock will take a pause, and we'll take a pause to thank our sponsors who make this coverage possible on Cool FM Live. If you're watching the Cool FM live stream, listening to us, thanks so much for tuning in. It's Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter here with you in Benson, Arizona, in a game powered by SSVEC, sponsored by Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Seniors Helping Seniors, Desert RV in Huachuca City, Stan Greer Millworks, Burger King in Bisbee at 1221 Naco Hwy. Thank you to the Ed Morse Automotive Group. All of Cochise County is backed by Morse. I will be at Ed Morse Nissan tomorrow morning for the Sheriff's Charity Ride, the annual Sheriff's Charity Ride that gives back $100,000. Well, technically, I think this time it's going to be $50,000. It was $100,000 on the 10-year anniversary, but this is going to be the $50,000 to 10 different, it's $10,000 to 5 different charities in Cochise County that are put together by the Sheriff's Charity Ride happening at Ed Morse Nissan tomorrow morning. You'll see that live on Cool FM Live as we take the opening ride. As we continue this ride here, there's another handoff up the middle on 3rd and short, and nowhere to go. Not getting the first down. It will be 4th down. The Benson defense, as the fireworks continue to go off to our right, makes a big stop.
And there's Abraham again with a big tackle in the backfield. He's shedding blocks, and he's getting to the ball carrier, and he's actually using great form tackling here. He's not just trying to do, grab a guy and sling him to the ground. He's wrapping guys up and driving them all the way down.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. With 4:44 left to play, it's number 44 making the moves out there on defense. We're on 4th down. Fours are wild on the field tonight. Quarterback takes it on a quarterback sneak. He leans forward. I'm not sure if he got it.
And he's short. He is short. And guess who that was on that tackle? That was number 44 again. 44 at 4:44 on the clock on 4th down, making a tackle for the Benson Bobcats.
There's the alliteration, man. I can do it too. We can play it all night together. Talk about the symphony here, man. It's Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter here with you. The clock is running. It will be under 4 minutes to play on 1st and 10 as the ball is spotted at the Tigers' 47-yard line, and that is where the offense will take over. Second string quarterback in. And there goes Florida. Cutting, weaving, bobbing, aiming for the end zone. He is in. Side the pylon. Are they saying he was out? They're saying he was out at the 1-foot line. Oh. That is totally crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope we got a replay of that so you can get a good look at it, because I thought he scored. But amazing piece of running there by Lord.
It was a 47 and 3/4 yard run.
He's a half a football out of the end zone here.
My goodness, and it is, by the way.
I hope they hand it to him again.
It is number 12, Cohen Barney, the backup quarterback, the sophomore, is in. And that is in for the touchdown is Barney as he takes it in on the quarterback
draw. His own number. I like it. Barney comes in his second play on the field. He scores a touchdown now.
48-0. As the fireworks continue to go off, there was even some over to the east of us, which is kind of funny. Off the east side of I-10, it looked like, or the south side of I-10 east. I saw a little firework go off there.
Maybe somebody was holding on to some stuff from the 4th of July and said, I got to get rid of this.
It looks like it's orange, though. I mean, maybe there are. Look at there's another one off in the distance. Yeah, right there, little sparkles going on. Right as the kick goes up and through, it is 49-0, and the clock continues to run, all for the benefit of sportsmanship, because when you have plays like this that are huge chunk plays, an 88-yard touchdown pass, an 80-yard touchdown pass, a near 50-yard run setting up the 1-foot run into the end zone. Kevin, this is a master class in how to start a playoff run.
Absolutely. I mean, you talked about momentum. We both talked about it early before the game. This is the kind of momentum you want to have when you're going into the second round. Knowing that the opponents are going to get tougher as you go along, you want to go and feel really good about yourself, and that's what the Bobcats are going to have after this big win tonight.
And they will be kicking off from their own 40. It is number 1, wide receiver and kicker, Wayne Stark, 5'10".
And a salute to him. He's made all his extra points tonight.
All 7. 7 for 7 on the extra points. There's a reason why kickers are the leading scorers when you look at NFL history.
Most of the time they touch the ball, they're getting some points.
And that's a line drive kick going to the near side, backed all the way up to the 10-yard line is where the Tigers runner will start. And he gets up to the 20 and will roll down being tackled. And that is where the Tigers offense will start. They've got 80 yards in front of them and need to put something together here on the offense. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of second stringers coming into the defense for Benson. Again, a minute to go in the third as we're in the running clock situation. This game is going to be over in a hurry, quicker than a hiccup. So you want to try to get as many of those second teamers in as possible.
The third quarter has just zoomed by here. And if I'm Coach Chris, I want to let all my guys play tonight. You know, we're playing at home. This may be the last time we get to play at home, depending on how the seeding goes. And let everybody get on the field. Let their families see them play. And let's try to get out of this game as healthy as we can.
You know, it's just noticed that the Halloween colors are on the field.
Yes,
the Tigers wear the Halloween colors, the orange and black. And the quarterback rolls to his left and gets out of bounds on a gain of about 7.
Franco with a key.
Good run by Franco, and that run was enabled by the Benson coverage. There was no receiver open for him to throw the ball to.
And again, this is not the first team in the defensive backfield. So even the second team flying around the field, showing their worth. They're the practice squad. Look, I played college football. I was on my team's practice squad. You know, I was the tackling dummy, for my college team. But the good part about my college experience was my college team was horrible. So at halftime, we're down by 49-0. The coach looks down the line and goes, "What's the worst that could happen? Davenport, get in there." And so I got to play the second half of every single one of my games and make tackles. Hear my name's announced in College State as making tackles, which is ridiculous and so stupid.
You did your part.
What little memories I have after getting knocked in the head so many times. That brings us to the end of the third. There is literally 12 minutes left because it will be a running clock in a game powered by SSVEC, brought to you by American Southwest Credit Union, TWN Communications, Copper Queen Community Hospital, Grasshopper Landscaping, Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, Aloe Fiber, Right Way Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, Sierra Toyota on the Feel Good Block in Sierra Vista. Can't wait to have them as they are the presenting sponsor of the Doggo Lotto. Be back at the Doggo Lotto this Monday. Tune in to the Doggo Lotto every Monday, 6 p.m. Arizona time. And thank you to Barnett's Towing and Propane here in Benson, Arizona at Jerry Lee Complex Field here at Benson High School. It is second and short for the Tigers offense as the clock does start. Takes the snap and fakes the handoff and gets a nice pass up the middle and a tackle shortly after the pass. Big hit on the backside by the Benson defense coming in to bring down number 27 on Globe, Heber Hansen, the 5'10", 160-pound junior.
Great catch there by Hansen. You know, he caught the ball, found a little hole in the zone, and then held on to it after a pretty hard hit he caught the end of that play. And so it's interesting here because we have so many of the second-string players in on defense, and they're still swarming to the football.
That's good hustle and good coaching that you see by the Bobcats here tonight. It has been a clinic, all Bobcats, 49-0. Tigers with the ball, and it looks like, Bobcats jump off sides. Again, right when we talk about their discipline and the second team being really good, well, you jump off sides, and you give the other team 5 more yards, so it'll be 1st and 5 with the ball spotted closer to midfield at about the 46-yard line of the Tigers. The clock continues to run. Under 11 minutes to play.
It's good to see the young guys get a chance to play, get playoff experience.
To me, that's coaching as well. Watching, because when we went to the playoffs in my senior year, the second team got some action, got to see some of the field, and that tackle comes in from behind. There was no hole to run up the middle, and so the Bobcats end up making a big tackle from behind. Ball stays exactly where it is, 2nd down and 5.
And let's see if the second team can maybe get a 3-and-out series here.
That'd be kind of fun, huh? Mm-hmm. They can have a little bragging rights to themselves as they hit the practice field on Monday. A little spring in their step. As the Tigers come back to the ball, spotted at their own 46-yard line, 10:06 to play in the game. 49-0. Bobcats. Run goes around the far end, and that will be a 1st down and more. Possibly a lot more as he takes off. and gets tackled from behind right around the 20-yard line. That was a 33-yard run.
That was a great run there by Devron Della Torre, the 5'7" running back. I'm sorry, that was number 23, Jordan Nieto with that run. That was a heck of a run up that sideline.
I thought it was Della Torre, too, because he had the big run earlier for them. But that was a fantastic run.
So now we got to see, can the Benson defense keep that scoreboard with a 0 on it, because the Tigers are in scoring position.
The ball right at the 20. It's in the red zone. Ball snapped, hand off to the running back, looking for a hole on the left side. Maybe gets a yard, half a yard at the most. And he will get back up, and it'll be 2nd and long.
And so, you know, if you're Benson, you play the pride that you have, you don't want to give up a score.
The goose egg. Yeah.
If you're the Tigers, you want to get out of here with some points on the board. And so now we're going to see whose will is going to break the other team's will in this drive right here.
As they line up 2nd and long.
Okay, guys.
Shadow of I-10. Tossing it to the end zone, looking right through his hands, right through the hands of number 13. Alex
Pass incomplete. That'll make it 3rd and 9 for the Tigers.
I've got to hook this up.
Oh, we got to shut it off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, just keep broadcasting, but it's through the phone.
Oh, okay. So, as we continue to bring you this game here, just missing that pass right there in the end zone.
Again, got to focus all the way through the catch. Watch it fall into your hands, and you score your team a touchdown there.
Quarterback rolls to his right, throws. And that will go. And was that a flag?
Got a flag on
Pass
the
again
play.
from Franco is
Flag
incomplete.
on the
That'll
far
make it
side.
4th down for the
Flag on the
Tigers.
play there. And I'm wondering what this call is going to be. Kind of was a bobble and a second chance kind of catch, but when he came down with it, he was out of bounds.
Well, and all this does, it hurt. So the call is against Benson.
It's like a personal foul on the Bobcats, which will
And so that's going to move them
give the Tigers a
way
first down.
closer to the goal line and going to give them a first down. So now the Tigers are set up at 1st and goal here inside the 10-yard line.
All right,
They
as the
have a
clock
1st and
continues to
goal.
run down, it is 7:22
10.
and counting as we see the Tigers offense hand off to the running back as he goes up the middle and then gets stopped after a gain of a couple. It will be 2nd and goal
And
for
up
the
the
Tigers.
middle, swapped
Nice
by
tough piece of
several
running there by
Bobcats.
Braden
That'll make it
Rager.
2nd and goal.
Just taking it up off tackle to the right side. He got about 3 or 4 yards there, and then he was met by a wall of Benson Bobcat defenders.
It's a ball with the nose of the ball spotted at the 5-yard line. Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter here with you in Benson, Arizona for the first round of the 2A state playoffs. Benson will punch their ticket in 6 minutes and 41 seconds to the second round in a dramatic fashion here tonight. Handoff goes to the near back, and he ends up running it into the end zone. Touchdown for the Tigers. They get on the board.
Our run right there for Corbin Bajarno. He just lowered his shoulder there and said he would not be denied, bullying his way across the goal line to get a touchdown here for the Tigers. And again, if you're the Tigers, you just want to put some points on the board to walk out of here and say, hey, we came to play and we did score tonight. So I will give them a quick shout out for scoring and not leaving with a goose egg.
Without a doubt, and there's a reason why they are in this game. It's because they had the tenacity, the desire, the drive to win 3 straight to get here. They had to win out their final 3 games, and they did just that. High snap goes to the quarterback, who was the holder, who tosses it into the end zone. Nobody there, throws it away. So 6 stays on the board. It is 49-6 as the clock continues to count down. You see 5:44, 43, 42. It continues to count down as the Tigers will kick off to the Bobcats. And let's take a look at that Benson Bobcats team here on this sideline. What an amazing effort by every single person on this team all season long. We talk about what it took the Tigers to get here, what it took the Bobcats to get here. They've won 3 of their last 4. Their only loss coming to the 2A South 2 champs, the Wilcox Cowboys. And you being at that game, watching that team play, this is a remarkable turnaround in just a couple weeks.
And if folks, if you're watching and you can get our video feed, you'll see 4 players on the field right now wearing dark blue uniforms with red helmets. those are Benson middle school players who are playing on the high school team in this game. So again, Benson clearing the benches and letting all the young guys get a playoff experience here.
How awesome is that? You can hear the crowd responding too. The crowd is actually clapping for those young student athletes, those middle schoolers at the 40-yard line of the receiving team. I'm not sure if there'd be would you do an onside kick here? Looks like it's kind of weighted to be that.
The way they're lined up, like it may be one, just to see if you can get another score. And here we go.
Nope, they decide to kick deep, which goes to about the 20, picked out of the air and driven up to about the 30-yard line, out of bounds. And that is where the Benson offense will take over with 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. It's all about clock management here. Dawson Judd out of the game. He hasn't played since that first pass of the third quarter. And rightfully so, as the running clock started right at that second. And we've seen the running clock since. And Benson's offense will just tick it on down all the way to the second round.
And that was a smart decision by Coach Chris. Why risk getting your guys hurt? You have a commanding lead. Get out of the game healthy and prepare for next week.
And also, like you said, being able to put in the younger guys.
Yes.
The next generation of Benson Bobcats that are here. So, from the shotgun, the second-string quarterback takes and holds, fakes the handoff, and he goes around the side and gets tackled from the neck.
A really high tackle there. That was very dangerous tackle there by number 18, Carmine Dude.
Going Barney with the quarterback.
I don't like that kind of stuff, but I mean, again, this kid may be a second stringer who's not getting a lot of time either.
Well, and you know the frustration of being, I've been in games like this where I've been on both sides.
Yes,
and it is very frustrating to be on the losing side where you're just bawling out. Just going, I don't care anymore. I'm going to go hit somebody because I'm going to make a statement for myself in this game. It's another snap and another read option. This one goes up the middle. Finds a little room. Does number 12. Look at him go, bobbing, weaving, still on his feet, and finally driven down to around the 33-yard line, a 30-yard gain.
Benson Bobcat fans, the future looks very bright for you at quarterback. Cohen Barney juking, jabbing, spinning, and hopping all over the field on that play, and it was a great decision for him to pull it and not hand it off there. It's great to see quarterbacks use the read option and actually make the right read.
He is actually at the school of Dawson Judd, you know, and when you're at that school, I think that's a pretty good opportunity to learn, and they will start with 1st and 10, the ball at the 33-yard line.
Understudy.
And the pitch goes out to the running back coming to the near side as he makes one-man miss, loses the ball. Did he get it back or did it go out of bounds?
It went out of bounds before it was recovered, but we're waiting for the signal for referees. And I think we're going to have a hold against the Bobcats on that play. But let's hope they get to keep the ball. I think they did. It looks like the ball went out of bounds.
But if that was a holding call, that came from the...
It came from deep in the secondary.
How did they see the hold all the way back there? Usually it's the officials up toward the line that make a holding call. Nonetheless, it'll back them up, but the clock continues to run. We have a minute and a half to get to round number 2 to watch Benson punch their ticket to the second round of the 2A state tournament.
And if you're one of these young players, you're thinking you want to score. Now, I'm sure the coach wants to be classy here and he doesn't want to, rub it in the faces of the Tigers much, but these young guys probably want to get a touchdown here.
So, from the shotgun, as the quarterback waits till the very last second, hands off to his running back. That's Lorda. Lorda is in the game, and he's making some work, getting a few more yards to his stats here tonight.
He just got back everything that was lost after that penalty.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 with 49 seconds to play in the game. One more play will put this game in the books. As there it is, the first string coming back in on the field for victory formation. How good is that coaching to bring your first team in that got you here, and you bring them in to do the final victory formation. 27 seconds left on the clock as Dawson Judd goes under center. The entire team surrounding him as he will take the snap at the last possible second. He downs it, and with 14 seconds left, this game will be in the books. Tonight belongs to the Bobcats. They move on to the second round.
Bobcats persevere and move on, and the Tigers are going to end a good season.
Without a doubt, both teams 6-4. And don't take anything away from the Globe Tigers. You have an off night when you face an offense like this. It is absolutely insane and so difficult to come up against a wall like the Benson Bobcats, but a great, tremendous effort by the Tigers to win their 3 straight just to get here. We wish the Globe Tigers a safe trip home, but Benson can celebrate Halloween tonight. Go eat some candy. Benson Bobcats. There they go, running to the sideline after they shake the hands, and you can see how long that handshake is, going all the way through the spirit line, going up through the top of the line, all the coaches shaking hands, the end of the season for one side, the agony of defeat on one side, the thrill of victory on the others. The final score, 49-6. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors who have made this coverage possible. Thank you to the NFHS Network for allowing us to be a part of this call here tonight. Thank you so much to my broadcast partner in crime, Kevin Lassiter, my man.
Pleasure, sir.
This was absolutely awesome, as we see, as they sing their cheer song. I don't know if you can hear them. Hopefully you can. The fight song is in the books, and the Bobcats are moving on to the second round. Final score here tonight, 49-6. Thank you again to all of the sponsors who make this coverage possible, and thank you to Kevin Lassiter for allowing me to team up with you tonight. Thank you to Todd Ryan for what he created here on Cool FM Live, and if you are a fan of NFHS, you will be a fan of Cool FM Live. Make sure you check them out on their Facebook page, Cool FM Live. It is blue checkmark verified, over 50,000 followers strong and counting, covering all of the action of sports, news, information all across Southern Arizona, the state, the country, the world, the galaxy, all here on Cool FM Live. Have a great night, everybody. Signing off from the Benson Bobcat High School here in Benson, Arizona, in the shadow of I-10 and Highway 90, a game powered by SSVEC. Jeff Davenport, Kevin Lassiter, wishing you a wonderful night and safe travels all weekend. Happy Halloween, everybody.